Who should be responsible for providing for your needs, family versus government? But what happens when the roles are switched? One appreciates traditional family roles and protection. The other depends on the government, but is absent when it is urgently needed. Two competing ideologies. The shocking differences between traditional family values and dependence on the government. Discover the surprising results of this ideological clash. Learn how to prioritize and invest time and effort to create a stronger community.
Hello, wonderful viewers. We are glad that you will be with us on this trip. If you enjoy our content and would like to watch more, do not forget to press the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. But wait, there's more. We really want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Leave us a comment below and share your opinions with us.
Can your family provide for you better than the government? Or does the government have a higher duty to take care of its citizens? This is the question that we are delving into today. We explore the role of family and government in society, paving the way for a fascinating debate. On the one hand, we have faith in the role of traditional family structures in providing care and protection, and on the other side, the belief that the government should play a bigger role in our lives. This discussion may challenge your current beliefs, but it is necessary to take into account all points of view. To ensure a future for our children, it is essential for families to prioritize their well-being and focus on providing necessities rather than engaging in gossip. Parents have the responsibility to guide their children towards life, and the government cannot fully guarantee or supervise this role. First, the role of the family. If you want to build the future of your children today, we have to be willing to sacrifice a little and provide the needs for a better life for them and guide them on the right path. But this responsibility lies with parents, and the government cannot guarantee it and take it into account. Let's go deeper into the belief that the family plays the most important role in society. The family, as we know it, is more than just a social unit. It is the cornerstone of love, security, and growth. It is a haven where bonds are nurtured and values are instilled. Now imagine that the family is the first school that the child ever goes to. It is the place where we learn about love, respect, cooperation, and even conflict resolution. Parents, in particular, act as teachers, mentors, and role models. They provide protection for their children and shape their future in a way that no other entity can do. They are on the front line, teaching us right from wrong, guiding us through life's challenges, and celebrating our victories. But what about women and children? And in the family environment, they are not just members, but no less important pillars. Women as mothers, wives, or sisters contribute significantly to family dynamics. They nurture, guide, inspire. And on the other hand, children are the future. It is they who carry the family heritage, values, and traditions. The concept of family ties is deeply rooted in love and personal responsibility. It is love that motivates parents to make sacrifices for the sake of their children, for their own betterment and prosperity. Personal responsibility, on the contrary, is the obligation to take care of and support each other. It is the understanding that the well-being of one member is the concern of everyone. It is the glue that holds the family together, making it a strong and cohesive unit. But what is interesting here is that this belief also assumes that a family, with its deep understanding of individual needs and desires, can better meet the needs of its members than any government entity. It's about knowing that a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't always work, and that personal care and understanding is sometimes what we need. This is the case of the family, a unit connected by love and personal responsibility, capable of providing and protecting its members. And now let's turn our attention to faith in the role of government in society. Imagine the government as a community father figure, entrusted with an enormous responsibility to support all its citizens. This support comes in various forms, From social services to social welfare to systemic support, these services provide a safety net for those who may be struggling financially, physically, or emotionally. It helps to equalize opportunities, however, that the government, with its enormous responsibilities, can become a terrible husband and an absent father. Despite being able to provide care for everyone, she may not be able to devote the attention, care, and personal support that a family is able to provide. However, it should be remembered that the government is not a single entity, but a complex system. It consists of many departments and agencies, each of which has its own specific role and responsibility. It's like a big family where everyone has a role to play to ensure the proper functioning of the family. However, the enormous size and complexity of the government could also be the reason for its downfall. With a large number of citizens to be taken care of and many problems to be addressed, it is easy for some individuals to feel neglected. But the reality is that the government is not perfect. It has its drawbacks and limitations. Instead, we should strive to improve and refine it to ensure that it can effectively fulfill its role as a community father figure. And this is the case for the government. It is a large-scale entity that has the authority to support everyone, but perhaps lacks the personal touch of the family. These contradictory beliefs raise many questions about the structure of our society. It is a lively debate, broadening the scope of our collective consciousness and challenging us to reassess our preconceptions about family, government, and their respective roles in our lives. On the one hand, the family is perceived as the basic building block of society, providing a favorable environment for growth, development, and protection. The family, especially the parents, plays a crucial role in shaping the future by providing and protecting their children and women. And on the other hand, the government is a universal breadwinner. It can be a bad husband, and the absent father spreads very weakly, trying to support many families and, in doing so, fails to meet the unique needs of each individual. This discussion is not black and white. It is a complex fabric woven in shades of gray, full of nuances and complexity. It's about understanding the delicate balance between the roles of the family and the government, recognizing that each has its own strengths and limitations. It is also about recognizing that these roles are not mutually exclusive. The government can play a pivotal role in supporting families, providing resources and policies that ensure everyone has a fair chance to succeed. Similarly, strong and supportive families can contribute to building a healthier and more stable society, reducing the burden on government resources. It is the backbone of society. Building a strong family system leads to a successful nation. So where do you stand in this debate? Two competing ideologies, family versus government. One values traditional family roles and protection. The other depends on the government, but is absent when it is most needed. But in today's fast-paced world, we can prioritize and strengthen our families. It is the key to building a prosperous society by investing in your family and community. It is about creating a society that values and respects the roles of both family and government, and finding a balance that serves the best interests of all its members. As we continue to deal with these questions, remember, it's not about categorically choosing one of the sides, but understanding the intricacies of our society. So, where does this leave us? In the grand scheme of things, we analyze two contradictory beliefs, one of which supports the role of the family unit in providing care and protection, and the other perceives the government as a universal, albeit imperfect, caregiver. It is important to understand these points of view, especially when they intersect with societal and political issues such as systemic racism, inequality, and social justice. Keep this discussion in mind as you navigate through the complexities of society. Remember that understanding begins with conversation. So share your opinion in the comments about family values versus government participation. Which one do you think is more effective in shaping society?